First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Jim. Yellow. Watch twitch.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So opening drive, 3rd down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 17, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Cousins now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now it's Breida. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3.
They'll run for the first time.
Come on, what the fuck was that, man?
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, San Francisco.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Stay situation. Let's go. 21.
We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
What the fuck was
really
that?
honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt.
Motherfucker, you won't get in, though. Promise you that much. Get your field goal. But that running shit ain't working no more.
Oh, with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
I'm going to pick that shit.
Like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up
run
the
shit
second
ain't working,
and goal.
bro. Stop this shit. Nope.
Looking to throw.
Oh! Pick!
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Wait.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal.
Let me get that shit.
This is going
What
to
the fuck
be
you talking about?
intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our
82,
guys,
I see your side red not doing
3
shit.
as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Hey, let's go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and a couple. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Cook.
Get through there.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. Inside the 15. Gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, bro.
Go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Bailey's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Bro, look at this shit.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score.
Bro, look at that bullshit, man.
But gutsy call there. Yags at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we
run
go.
only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's not going to get me. 65, 65. Let's see it.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Tight left, tight left. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. Gets through, and now an opening. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 74 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Breida. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Give them 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let me get that shit. Bitch, you got to stop going up. You did that shit too many times. I knew the fuck you were going. Let me get that.
Offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned the defense.
Hold on to this shit,
number of occasions in this contest, it's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Bravo! 54! Mike 54!
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Hey, box drop. 54 Mike.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins on target to Diggs. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yards.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw.
Let me get that shit.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is.
Quit, pussy. Quit, pussy.